Welcome back to another episode of SNEED-CAST Industry Update, your go-to source for staying sharp in a fast-moving world of manufacturing, packaging, coding, and beyond. If you've been with us for a while, you already know the drill, but if you're tuning in for the first time, welcome. We break down the stories shaping our industry so you can stay ahead of the curve without having to dig through the noise. Let's get into what's making headlines this week. I'm your host Alexa, and today we'll discuss topics ranging from OpenAI's partnership with Walmart to revolutionized shopping, Smucker's legal battle with Trader Joe's over PB&J sandwiches, the economic impact of immigration crackdowns, and U.S. ranchers opposing Trump's plan to import more Argentinian beef. So, starting off. OpenAI, creator of ChatGPT, and Walmart, the world's largest retailer, are partnering to allow shoppers to buy Walmart products directly within ChatGPT. This partnership aims to turn AI-driven conversations into seamless shopping experiences. Walmart CEO Doug McMillon states, "For many years now, e-commerce shopping experiences have consisted of a search bar and a long list of item responses. That is about to change." OpenAI CEO Sam Altman described the partnership as a way to make everyday purchases a little simpler. Customers will soon be able to chat with ChatGPT and buy Walmart products with instant checkout for anything from groceries to household items. The offering will also be available to Sam's Club members. The move is part of OpenAI's larger expansion into online commerce following partnerships with Shopify and Etsy. Walmart has introduced features like its Sparky shopping assistant and is promoting AI literacy among employees. Advanced AI is being integrated across Walmart's logistics and consumer-facing operations. OpenAI is entering a competitive e-commerce space dominated by Amazon and Google, where purchase fees are a valuable revenue stream. To address technical challenges, OpenAI partnered with Stripe for payment integration. Previous rollouts with Shopify and Etsy helped build the technical groundwork for the Walmart partnership. The collaboration enables a new level of convenience. Users won't need to leave a chat window or switch apps to complete purchases. It could shift how online shopping is experienced, making transactions more conversational and intuitive. The partnership signals the growing integration of AI into everyday retail, moving beyond simple search and browsing. Investors' reactions have been positive. Walmart's stock rose nearly 5% following the announcement. This marks a significant leap in retail innovation, setting the stage for conversational shopping powered by AI. As OpenAI and Walmart continue to work together, further advancements in AI-driven retail are expected, blurring the boundary between conversation and commerce. The future of shopping may soon be as simple as chatting with an AI assistant. The J.M. Smucker company has filed a lawsuit against Trader Joe's. Smucker claims that Trader Joe's new frozen, crustless peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are too similar to Smucker's Uncrustables. The lawsuit was filed in federal court. Smucker points to specific trademark violations in its claims. One violation is the round shape of Trader Joe's sandwiches. Another violation is the distinctive crimped edges that Smucker says copy the registered trademark design of Uncrustables. Smucker also claims the packaging for Trader Joe's sandwiches violates its trademarks. The blue color on the Trader Joe's box is very close to the blue used for Uncrustable lettering. Smucker argues that this similarity in color could cause confusion for consumers. Both the Uncrustables box and the Trader Joe's box feature a sandwich with a bite taken out. Smucker identifies this as another design element infringing on its intellectual property. Smucker emphasizes that it is not trying to stop all competition. The company states it cannot allow others to use its valuable intellectual property. Smucker has invested over $1 billion in the Uncrustable brand over the last 20 years. The company is demanding Trader Joe's stop selling the sandwiches. Smucker wants a judge to require all products and packaging to be delivered to Smucker for destruction. Legal experts suggest Trader Joe's could argue that the crimping is simply functional to seal the sandwich. They may also argue that the crimped edge is not a design that can be trademarked. Trader Joe's may point out that the sandwich shape is slightly different. A key question is whether consumers are likely to be deceived. Smucker claims the confusion is already taking place. Smucker points to social media posts where some shoppers believe Trader Joe's sandwiches are made by Smucker. The lawsuit illustrates a growing trend where major brands protect their trademarks against private label products. Mondelez recently filed a similar lawsuit against Aldi over cookie packaging. Brand owners often feel it is necessary to enforce trademarks to prevent them from being weakened. Many of these cases result in settlements. This dispute highlights the ongoing battle between brand innovation and store label imitation. A sweeping crackdown on immigration is shaking the American economy and its job market. It is happening at a time when hiring is already slowing down due to uncertainty over trade policies. Economists note that the immigration often fills jobs that native-born Americans avoid and also bring valuable technical skills and entrepreneurial energy. The recent influx of foreign workers helped ease labor shortages and reduce inflationary pressure, which may have helped the U.S. avoid a recession in 2023 and 2024. President Trump is targeting both low-wage laborers for deportation and discouraging skilled foreigners from coming to the U.S. Economists now fear that these policies, including deportations and limits on legal immigration, could slow economic growth. Research from the Brookings Institution and the American Enterprise Institute calculates that the loss of foreign workers could lead to near zero or even negative monthly job growth. Hiring has already slowed significantly, averaging just 29,000 jobs a month from June through August, a sharp drop from the 400,000 monthly average during the 2021 to 2023 hiring boom. Citing these immigration and trade policies, the Congressional Budget Office has downgraded its forecast for U.S. economic growth this year. Goodwin Living, a Virginia nonprofit providing senior care, had to lay off 4 employees from Haiti after their work permits were terminated. The CEO, Rob Librick, noted it was a difficult day and they are struggling to fill those roles. He is concerned that another 60 of his immigrant workers could lose their legal status, stating, "We need all these people." The company's workforce is 60% foreign-born, and the immigration crackdown is making it harder to find enough nurses, therapists, and maintenance staff. The One Big Beautiful Bill Act, signed into law in July, pours $150 billion into immigration enforcement, funding 10,000 new ICE agents and expanding detention centers. Last month, immigration authorities raided a Hyundai battery plant in Georgia and detained 300 South Korean workers who were essential for getting the new plant operational. This incident angered South Korea and runs counter to the administration's goal of attracting foreign manufacturers to invest in America. Farmers, who are among the president's most dependable supporters, are also feeling the impact. John Boyd Jr., founder of the National Black Farmers Association, said, "The raids hurt farmers already dealing with low crop prices and trade war fallout." He stated that immigrants are doing hard work in 100-degree heat that many Americans do not want to do. The U.S. Labor Department itself has acknowledged that the crackdown is causing labor shortages that could lead to higher food prices for consumers. The construction industry, which relies heavily on immigrant labor, has shed 10,000 jobs since May. Economists are especially worried about the long-term effects, as immigrants have historically contributed significantly to patents, innovation, and productivity. A recent announcement to raise the fee for H-1B skilled worker visas to $100,000 is seen by many as a signal to global talent that they are not welcome. In response, some skilled workers, like one Harvard graduate from India, are already making plans to move to other countries such as the United Kingdom. President Trump's plan to import more Argentine beef to cut record high prices is facing strong opposition from U.S. ranchers. Rancher groups, normally strong supporters of the president, are criticizing the idea over concerns it will harm American ranchers and feedlot operators. Beef prices have soared due to strong consumer demand combined with the smallest U.S. herd size since 1961, which was caused by years of drought and low cattle prices. Overall, beef imports are also down because of the tariffs on Brazilian beef and limits on imports from Mexico. However, agricultural economists are skeptical that increasing imports from Argentina will actually lower prices for consumers. Argentine beef only accounts for about 2% of the U.S. beef imports, so even doubling that amount would likely have little effect on prices. Much of what the U.S. imports from Argentina is lean beef trimmings, which are mixed with fattier domestic beef to make ground beef. This means any price change would most likely affect hamburger, not steak prices. Ranchers argue the plan creates uncertainty, making them less likely to invest in expanding their herds. One Texas A&M economist noted that ranchers are finally getting profitable prices after years of drought, low prices, and high costs. The announcement of the plan caused cattle prices to drop over $100 per animal, though they have since recovered slightly. American ranchers say the idea contradicts the purpose of Trump's tariffs, which were meant to encourage domestic production. Some ranchers, even those who voted for Trump, are worried his trade policies are hurting farmers by driving up costs and losing key markets like China. Despite the pushback, the Agricultural Secretary stated the administration wants to help ranchers prosper while also reducing consumer prices. The administration's broader plan involves opening more land for grazing, building new processing plants, and securing new trade deals to encourage ranchers to raise more cattle. This episode of SNEED-CAST Industry Update is brought to you by our SNEED-JET ST370 UV ink. Protect your products with the SNEED-JET ST370 Invisible Ink designed for secure UV mark traceability on almost any surface. With fast drying and reliable adhesion, it's your invisible shield against counterfeiters. Trust our ST370 for product security you can count on even when you can't see it. That's it for this week's episode of SNEED-CAST Industry Update, but the conversation doesn't stop here. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you stay up to date. We want to hear from you. Drop a comment and let us know what topics you'd like to see us dive into next. Until then, stay curious, stay informed, and we'll catch you in on the next one. Bye, everyone.